Welcome to the Fear and Greed Business News Afternoon Report for Wednesday, the 24th of July, 2024. I'm Sean Aylmer. Every afternoon, we've got the 5 stories that happened today that you need to know about. Story number 1, the S&P ASX 200 closed down just a touch today to 7,964 points. The banks were mixed. ANZ and Commonwealth Bank lost ground, while National Australia Bank, Westpac and Macquarie Group all rose. The big miners were flat to slightly higher. Some of the oil-reliant companies like Woodside, Ampol, Viva Energy and Beach Energy lost ground on the back of the recent drop in the price of crude. Property stocks were also lower, with Goodman Group and Stockland both off 2%. Transurban was another poor performer. A couple of the healthcare companies did well. ResMed and Cochlear were both up more than 1%. Story number 2, there were quite a few trading updates out today ahead of next month's earnings season. Telix Pharmaceuticals fell nearly 7% after it abandoned plans to list on the Nasdaq, and it raised $650 million. Pilbara Minerals shares jumped 5% before finishing up slightly after it recorded a 58% jump in revenue for the June quarter. Flight Centre dropped 4.5% after it revised its underlying profit for fiscal 24. The travel company said the change excluded $4 million in losses from the closure of its Discover Central America's destination management business. Perpetual dropped 1% after its assets under management fell to $215 billion as of June 30. That's down about $12 billion over the quarter. And Platinum Capital, another fund manager, its share price rose 4% after announcing it was making changes to its Platinum International Fund. Story number 3, one retailer doing pretty well at the moment is Repco, which is US-owned. The automotive parts group is growing, just as major competitors are fighting off takeover attempts. Repco is owned by New York-listed Genuine Parts Company, which reported that its Australasian automotive parts operation had generated same-store sales growth of 2.3% in the June quarter. Now, Repco has nearly 500 stores in Australasia. Babcock is the other major player. It runs Autobarn, AutoPro, Burson and Midas. It has about 1,100 outlets selling car parts to mechanics and motoring fans. Its same-store sales growth is forecast to come in at less than 1%. According to a report in the Financial Review. Babcock officially rejected a $5.40 share offer from Bain on July 9, saying it didn't represent fair value. It closed today at $5.18, still below that, and it looks like Repco is doing better. Story number 4, the number of Kiwis living in Australia has hit 700,000 for the first time, thanks to rule changes which helped New Zealand citizens gain residency here. There were 35,000 new Kiwis flowing into Australia in the 11 months to the end of May, according to the Bureau of Statistics. Before the pandemic, on average, it was about 10,000. Australia's economy, particularly the labour market, is stronger than New Zealand's, while since January, anyone granted an independent skilled visa can immediately apply for Australian residency, according to a report in the Fin Review. Previously, they had to wait for 12 months. More than 4 in 5 Kiwis who head overseas travel to Australia. And story number 5, Kamala Harris has quickly emerged as a force to be reckoned with, even before officially becoming the nominee for the Democrats. In her first rally as leading candidate for the party, she said the November election will be, and I quote, a choice between freedom and chaos. Ms. Harris raised 150 million Aussie dollars from donors in the first 3 days, and a Reuters Ipsos poll overnight suggested she was 2 percentage points ahead of Donald Trump, no doubt helped by the initial enthusiasm from widespread media coverage. Ms. Harris is already travelling through important working-class states like Wisconsin, Michigan and Pennsylvania. She needs to win those in the November poll if she hopes to be president. That's it for the afternoon report for Wednesday, the 24th of July, 2024. Michael Thompson and I will be back tomorrow morning with the Thursday edition of Fear and Greed Business News. I'm Sean Aylmer. Enjoy your evening.